Hello friends, it's Catherine Doss here with Cat's Keto Crew. Okay, hour 45 of the reboot, which means I have not had solid food since Sunday night at 6 p.m., but I'm feeling really good. So the second day of the reboot is when the energy kicks in for me. It's when it actually becomes a little bit easier. I think it's because I know I'm on the downhill slide, but it's also because I'm really deep into ketosis. Like I haven't had solid food since Sunday night, and I've been drinking my ketones and my bone broth, and I'm fasting, and so obviously that energy from ketosis, that metabolic reset is happening, and I can feel it. So first off, y'all, those are cupcakes. Yes, y'all caught my live yesterday. Those are totally cupcakes sitting over there, and like, I'm good. And to be honest, if I was gonna munch on something, which I'm not, because I'm going to make it through the reboot, but it would totally be like nuts or something. That's what I'm craving right now. Actually, I'm really craving a Banana OS Pro because, well, I love it, but that's a whole different deal. So I thought while we were here, I would show you how I test my blood ketones. So when I first started off with keto, I did use the urine strips, okay? Now, what those urine strips are testing are the amount of ketones that you're excreting, okay? So that you're peeing out, right? Pee out the ketones. So if your body is not very good at using ketones at that point, you're obviously going to excrete more. But the more fat adapted that you become over time, those pee strips become very inaccurate, okay? Because you're actually utilizing your ketones really effectively in your body. And so you'll be like, I swear I was in ketosis, and you're still in ketosis, but according to the pee strip, you might not be because your body is better utilizing them. So the better alternative in terms of testing is this little gadget, okay? So this is the Keto Mojo. Keto Mojo. Okay, it is a blood meter. Okay, so for those of you who are freaking out, like it's not a whole lot of blood and it doesn't hurt. So we're going to do a little live taste test. No, not taste test, blood test right here. Okay, so it does come with this little chip so that it recognizes like your test strips. It's just a little thing that you do. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do a glucose level too, which will be interesting because, well, haven't had any food. Okay, so that says, it's backwards, y'all. That says 664. That is just the code on this thing. Okay, so what you do is you stick in your little strip. You see your little strip? Okay, and it tells you, yes, that's the right code. Okay, and you take your poker that comes with your Keto Mojo, and did you hear it? Okay, like y'all, that is the extent of the poking, okay? Please don't freak, okay? That's not hard. So we are going to put that in there. Wait 10 seconds, it's counting down, okay? I'm gonna save this finger because I'm gonna actually test my glucose too. But, okay. Okay, so that is not a 8.5 because no, okay, that is a 2.8 millimole per liter. That is, I'll drop a chart after this live is done, but that is way kicking into ketosis, okay? That is deep, deep, deep in, and that does not surprise me considering it is hour 45 and my energy is like soaring. So let's test a glucose while we're at it. So there's the 2.8. Y'all, I'm sorry, it's so backwards. But let's go over here. So we're gonna put the glucose strip in. We're gonna make sure I'm still bleeding. Yeah, I'm still bleeding. Okay, so we'll put that in there and let it go. It goes actually much quicker. But, okay, so my glucose is 64. Okay, I know that number looks all janky, but it is 64. So I can calculate then my glucose, my GKI, my glucose ketone index, and I will drop some more information about that as well, but I can tell you right now that that is kicking, okay? So for those of you who say like, your glucose is 64, y'all, I know that I feel my best when my glucose is between 60 and 70, okay? So for some of you, you may think that that's really low. For me, that's like a really normal, good range for me. So even when I'm not fasting, I I usually wake up with a glucose of about 70, 72 because I am a glucose, like to keep my glucose levels low, which is what you're actually doing with the ketogenic low carb diet, because you're not introducing anything that would trigger this huge insulin response and or glucose. So 64 for my glucose, 2 point was at 8 for my ketones, and it is hour 45, and like just amazed at how easy this one has been for me. I really think it's because of having the community and having people talking, because I was, to be totally honest, I was really concerned that this reboot was going to be challenging because I was at home. Because one of my biggest reboot tips is stay busy so that you're not thinking about foods, you're not thinking about things. So like you're just going about your day. And I was like, uh-oh, like is being home going to make it so much harder? And it has not. Like it's given me something else to focus on other than homeschooling and cleaning and what are we cooking for dinner? Yes, my kids are totally eating leftovers I have for the last 2 days. Okay, so it's given me something else to focus on. And it's given me a chance to focus on me for a hot second during this quarantine, because I don't know if any other mamas or anybody else is out there with me that like we're pouring into our families right now and pouring into others. And sometimes you just need to take a step back and be like, am I forgetting about me? Like, how am I going to feel when I come out of this quarantine? How am I going to feel when I can actually go back to real normal life, whenever that may be? And if it's going to be this summer, are my dang shorts going to fit? Okay? Or how am I going to like emotionally and physically feel by then? So those are some of the reasons that I decided to reboot. I will definitely be rebooting in May. I actually have already grabbed my kit as it is on sale right now. And so, I mean, it's on sale. I like to save a buck. So I hope that you are having a fabulous Tuesday. Y'all, my kids were arguing this morning about what day it was. That's a bad sign. Like, no one knows what day it is in this house. I had to be like, hey y'all, it's Tuesday. And then they were like, are you for sure? And I was like, I don't really know. But that's okay. We're making it. So, as always, please drop any questions. I'll drop some more info regarding the Keto Mojo and how it all works below. But you know how to find me, you know how to reach me, you know how to ask questions, and that is exactly why I'm here. So, I will chat with you later and have a fabulous day.